What are the new age risks that clients should be aware of? How the insurers in developed markets like US or UK are adapting to such risks? And what are some of the key challenges that they face while providing insurance solutions for them?
Thinking about the risks that our clients are facing into 2025 and beyond, obviously I think the hot topic today is AI, right? So when you're thinking about AI risks, you think about how fast bad actors can get into systems because it's no longer dependent on a human being attacking a system, it's a machine. So our clients need to be faster, more nimble. They need to implement AI security standards themselves, and they're always looking to adapt, which puts a lot of force on their balance sheet. They need to spend money on this, and they also need to make sure that they're always educating themselves about what the new risks are. And that ties into things like our managing director of our technology, of our cyber practice in the US, just covered deepfake technology, where you actually can no longer trust the human being that you're looking at for cybersecurity to clear payments and so forth, because now the bad actors can actually put on fake videos and fake voices over themselves to facilitate bad transactions. So our clients need to be more sophisticated, put greater security measures in place to make sure that they're battling the AI process in touch with what's going on in the market. Secondarily, I think we talked about this with my colleagues, is the systematic risks that our clients face. Most of our clients no longer own their own security, their networks, their computer stands, it's all cloud-based, and they're highly reliant on their vendors. So if you look at a couple of more systematic risks that have hit the market recently, the first one being CrowdStrike. They're an IT provider. They had a bad patch that went out to their entire network and pretty much brought down the entire globe. Airlines couldn't operate, retailers couldn't transact, companies couldn't manufacture because of one bad patch. So systematic risks like that are affecting the entire world. Another example would be CDK in the United States. They manufacture automotive software, and they run pretty much every automotive platform that there is in the US. And they released they had a bad release and got hacked. And when that happened, the entire automotive sector went down for almost a week in the US. They couldn't fix cars, they couldn't sell cars, they couldn't order parts. So the entire auto sector in the US went down because of this systematic risk, one software vendor bringing down the entire industry. So that's become a pretty big issue for the industry as a whole. And then lastly, regulatory. Regulatory is really big for our clients. If you're trying to be compliant with GDPR, you're trying to be compliant with California or Ohio in the United States. India is rolling out its own regulation standards. So I think not only is your IT people focused on the IT security, if you will, the software and the hardware and how they implement that to an organization, now your IT leaders also have to be aware of the regulatory environment across the globe to make sure that what they're rolling out is compliant, not just now, but into the future, which is no longer just a simple IT risk management. It is a corporation risk management strategy. So anything else you guys on regulatory that you're seeing in your individual countries that come to mind?
I mean, from a supply chain perspective, definitely the ecosystem's only getting more complex, especially from an IT vendor. And when you focus and look at global companies these days, especially where they're sort of storing and managing data in different territories, and they can become unaware of local sort of privacy or data sort of laws in those particular territories, and being very easy to then breach said laws, which could obviously lead to a liability claim down the line. So from our perspective, it's understanding what that IT supply chain looks like and where that data is being managed and if it's being managed properly in certain territories.